What's up, truckers? Tricky Mick here. Hope you're doing well. Hope you found somewhere safe to park today as you're watching this. Don't forget to subscribe, honk the like button, ring the notifications bell, and maybe comment below to let us know how you feel about today's topic, speed limiters. And we all know what speed limiters are. It is the speed at which a manufacturer or an employer sets the truck at to not exceed as they're going down the road. And we're probably most familiar with it as we've been sitting on the highway on maybe a rural stretch of somewhere like I-94, 2 lanes. One truck does 65 and the other does 65 and a quarter. And we're stuck behind both of them for 10, 30 minutes sometimes. All right, so let's get right into it. FMCSA pushes back rulemaking on truck speed limiters to May. Proposal expected in mid-2023, then December 2023, delayed at least 5 more months. Thankfully, they're delaying it, and hopefully with some pushback, we can prevent this from happening entirely, but I'm not too hopeful on that, to be honest. They're pushing really, really hard. I think the mega carriers are the ones behind it the most, and well, as the old saying goes, the one with the money makes the rules, right? And that's the unfortunate way it has been in the trucking industry more than others. Washington, the federal government's controversial truck speed limiter rule has been delayed once again and is now set to be published in May. Originally scheduled to roll out by mid-2023, the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration pushed the date back to December 29th of last year. But according to the U.S. Department of Transportation's latest significant rulemaking report, the speed limiter rule will not be out for another 5 months or possibly longer. Now, if you aren't aware, in Canada, Ontario and Quebec are the only provinces that require speed limiters in commercial trucks right now, and they're set to about 65 and a quarter mile per hour or 105 kilometers an hour, I believe that is. The rule will require that trucks weighing over 26,000 pounds be equipped with an electronic speed governor to set the device at a maximum speed, which is expected to be revealed in the rule. Owner-operators generally oppose the rule, contending it would stifle driving flexibility and lead to more crashes. Now, I've seen this myself as I'm sitting there and I see drivers just get angrier and angrier, and I've seen them pass on the shoulder on both the left and the right. Safety groups and large carriers, particularly trucking companies that already set limits on their trucks for economics as well as for safety reasons, support a federal mandate. Now, I disagree with the safety aspect entirely. If a driver is unsafe, he's going to be unsafe at 60, he's going to be unsafe at 70, unsafe at 80, and the speed that they're going is not really reflective of the driver's ability themselves. At a hearing on Capitol Hill in December, House Republicans pushed back against the proposed regulation and whether the rulemaking process was being conducted ethically. U.S. Representative Troy Niels, Republican Texas, at the hearing questioned former FMCSA chief Robin Hutchinson about a potential connection between FMCSA rescinding in September a 68 mile per hour limit on electronic speed governors in trucks, which had initially been included in a previous agenda summary and a fundraiser she attended the same week. So again, like I said, the people with the most money seem to be the ones making the rules sometimes. Nels claimed that the fundraiser was sponsored by labor unions and large trucking companies that he said had been pressuring FMCSA to set speed limiters at 60 miles per hour. Now, could you imagine being stuck in a rural area on a 2-lane road or even a 3 or 4 lane road behind 3 or 4 trucks wide, one doing 60, one doing 60.125, and one doing 59? Because we all know there's going to be companies that set their trucks even lower than the speed that we're seeing. Hutchinson asserted, however, that the agency does not discuss pending rules with industry stakeholders. Now, I'm calling baloney on this one. There's got to be a reason that that particular speed was picked. FMCSA updates autonomous truck carrier fitness rulemakings. Also delayed by FMCSA is a proposed rule on autonomous trucking. As with the speed limiter rule, the Automated Driving System ADS rule, which would amend regulations relating to truck operations, inspection, repair, and maintenance, was scheduled to be published in December. According to the latest agenda, however, the ADS rule is now scheduled for March. In addition, FMCSA has set June 2025 as a date for a rollout of a proposed rule on carrier safety fitness and revamping how the agency identifies unsafe motor carriers. That date is 20 months after the comment period ended in October 2023 on an advance notice for the rule. FMCSA earlier this month published a notice of data availability in the proposed rules docket to notify the public about studies it could rely on to develop the rule, which will be used to determine a carrier's safety fitness rating. So What do you think about speed limiters? Have you experienced the dreaded elephant race, being stuck behind two trucks doing the same speed? Have you seen dangerous drivers at higher speeds, lower speeds, or somewhere in between? And how do you feel about autonomous trucking? Now, me personally, I'm not too worried about the autonomous trucking, because who is going to pull over and wipe off salt, wipe off snow, wipe off ice? Who is going to make sure that these trucks keep running when a sensor malfunctions? And when it comes to safety, who is going to be responsible when one of those trucks ends up killing one of our family members? And I feel a similar way about speed limiters. Speed limiters are not what makes a truck driver safe. What makes a truck driver safe are years and years of good practice at good companies who have excellent maintained equipment and don't relax on their own safety rules and standards. Well, I'm Tricky Mick. Have a great day and keep on rolling.